Hey guys, what's up? You guys haven't been in this room. Well, we haven't been in this room for a really long time. Yeah, so hello, my name is Delana. Welcome to Inner Revolution. It is raining outside, it's so beautiful. Anyways, I just got here. I went to the store because I wanted to get candles. This week was my grandpa's birthday on Tuesday, my mom's birthday on Wednesday. It was a somber week. And I know my little cousin's birthday was yesterday, but what do you do? I am here to do a reading for the collective. My name is Delana. Thank you guys for being here in a revolution. It's the best outside. It's the best outside. The best. Anyways, I hope you guys have been doing well. I hope it's been a good week for everybody. This week for me has been dragging ass, okay? Like a dog with worms. Anyways, after this, I'm gonna take a salt bath. After this, I baked a lasagna yesterday, and I'm gonna have a piece, and I'm gonna watch something funny, and just enjoy this quiet weekend, have the house to myself, besides Orion, but yeah. And the house to myself, how monkey. And I just made coffee, which is probably fucking still hot. I'm gonna put it right here. Put this in my pocket. Oh. I cleaned my little thingy right here. Anyways, yeah. And I think the last time I wore this outfit was like, I don't know, New Year's Eve. Minus the jacket. Alright guys, we're gonna do this. Hold up. Where's my go? Right. I'm not sure if I want the window open or not. I really don't care. So here we go. God, source, angels, archangels, passed on loved ones, spirit guide, descended masters. Thank you all for being here with the collective, and I thank you for protecting us. Thank you for protecting our crown, our hearts, our minds, our bodies, our souls. Thank you for comforting us and protecting us and having patience with us, giving us unconditional love and guidance and support from the universe to move forward in the things that we want to do, for the things that we should do, for the highest good of ourselves and for the highest good of all. Alright, are we rolling a die? No, I don't need words. Anyways, let's get to it. I just came in here, I really don't know, I'm just being guided, pretty much is what I could say. Alright. I really want to take off my shoes. Anyways. Okay. Alright. I invoke the air, the east, I invoke the air, the east, the water, the fire, the fire, the south, the water, the west, the earth, the north. I invoke Great Spirit, the one God maker of the celestial beings, as above, so below, so within, so without. Okay, we're just flipping. It says, find a way to relax and recharge and maintain emotional balance. Be grateful for the small things that bring life and bring in joy. Okay. My cozy socks. Alright guys, you know what? There are cards that I left in the car. I'm not gonna go get them, but just give me a second. I was told not to put my coffee on my chin. Alright, I was consulting my spirit team, which are my ancestors and God, of course. So, oh shit. So we're going to start off with an ancestor message. I got the 9 of Cups here that was left behind with the Ace of Pentacles right here. So it's good things. Good things for the collective and I. Okay? I don't memorize these. I don't have these memorized. If I don't need to, then I don't want to. But I knew those were. Okay. I felt this. I felt a lot of changes. Anyways, there is a arrow up, which is man. It's a traditional male characteristics action. It says feather, but it's F-E-T-H-E-R. I don't know what that means. It says protecting loved ones, a provider, being empowered. So there's, since I said I'm starting off with ancestor messages, these are from the ancestors. This is not a physical human being. This is our beings from the other side. I'm telling you, this room is just what it is. Traditional female abilities and characteristics, being a healer, being home, being creative, being nurturing, being caring. And the scythe here, sudden changes and endings, making final decisions, completing a task, walking away from something or someone that puts you in danger. The ancestors are looking out for us. What I say last time, tying up loose ends, right, is what I had for the last reading. Miss Orion, there is someone protecting you. Okay. Be fearless is what I'm hearing. Be fearless. That's what scares people the most, that you're fearless. Okay. I normally read the bottom, but I'm not. So we got number 1. Excuse me. Albrejillas, learn into the bizarre. Oh, lean. Learn. Lean into the bizarre. Just kidding. All right, it says, welcome the small cracking of your hard, clotted shell. Embrace the warm sting of tears. Kiss the shadow which frightens you awake as you turn the corners of your day. Love the whole of everything, smooth sunshine skies and jagged edges, which all seek us out in constant whisper and touch to say, hello, beautiful. You're alive. You're alive. You hear the sirens? There's protection here. And then there's a 12. It is Corona de los Flores. Corona de Flores. It says, emerge into the full bloom of glory, delight. Delight. For the life giver adorns us. All the flowers, bracelets, your flowers are dancing. Our songs are strewn in this jewel house, this golden house. The flower tree grows and shakes. Already it scatters. The quetzal breathes honey. You have transformed into a flower tree. You have emerged. You bend and scatter. You have appeared before God's face as multicolored flowers. Oh, so sweet. Okay. Yeah. So, and then it says, my love, you have chosen this card because it is time to recognize how far you've come on your journey of loss and gain, heartbreak and pain, ultimately wisdom. You have been elevated to spiritual royalty. Take a deep breath and let yourself step into the role of king, queen, prince, or princess. You don't have to wait for a formal coronation, orchestra, or red carpet to usher you into your enlightenment. Feel the crown of your head buzzing as the roof of your minds lift and you feel feel me communicating with you. This card invites you to raise all that you've learned and earned, including your heartache, to the level of art. It's normal to value vibrant blossoming buds over mulchy, dank undersoil it takes to grow them. But you know that without gestation in the spaces we can't see, there will be no lilies, roses, lilacs, or marigolds to adorn your hair and beautify your altar in the light of day. Take heart in knowing I am with you, loving you, supporting you, lifting you through all of the phases and stages, especially those in which you can't see or feel me. I allow my mind like a flower to open to the wisdom of the heavens so that my grief might become the rich soil wherein grows the garden of my new bond with my beloved. Oh, very sweet. So I feel like there's this heightenment of spiritual embodiment with people. With the Ten of Cups here, it feels very joyous. It feels very free. With the Ace of Cups here, it's also going to be exuding out of you. There could be a lot, obviously it's the holidays, there's going to be a lot of celebration. A lot of different celebrations. Dang. It's going to be a year that my grandma passed away. It feels like it was like a month ago. December 26th will be the day my grandma passed away, I believe. Well, that's the day they told me she could have died way before that. I'm just being a bitch. I'm just being a bitch about it. Anyways, who knows with these people. We have the Wheel of Fortune here, something faded, something trying to get into your energy but unable to do so, which is not Page of Swords. Okay. Page of Swords. Yeah. Okay. So that's so funny. That is so funny. Yeah. with no ability to do so. Okay, so that's what I felt like, somebody trying to get into your energy but unable to do so. The Page of Swords had came out, but it wanted to come out sideways and like almost upside down. But I was told to take it back, and it's because it's not about the mind anymore, it's about emotion. It's someone, like people trying to be in your energy and pull on your strings of emotion. Know the truth. Know the truth of where you are, where you stand, because the Ace of Swords came out. This is the truth. The Seven of Swords here, protect your energy, protect yourself. Do not take cups of people who have no wisdom, have no consciousness, have no conscience. Sorry. Have no conscience. Yeah. Ace of Cups here. There's divine, yeah, here we go. So there's divine, okay, hold up. I'm sorry, I have to, there's divine guidance here. There is things that the divine does not want you to take cups from. Be highly aware of people with no conscience. Because the Ace of Cups here, be highly aware of divine consciousness, of Christ consciousness. That is going to be your Page of Swords. Those will be your thoughts, or those will be your mind. Where your mind goes, your body follows. That's what this is. This is heading somewhere. Okay, I was told to get this deck. I don't have any idea where it is. Hang on. Found it. You were right under here. I was told to get these there. That's it. Okay. Okay. I guess we're clarifying from here. Excuse me. Wheel of Fortune. Ace of Pentacles. Like I said, Ace of Pentacles, the root of the powers of earth. What is this? No, I'm not going to do that. This is Love the Image. All right. We have the Four of Pentacles here. Yeah, okay. It's keeping grounded at this time. We have the Ace of Pentacles here, the root, and then it says earthly power. Ace of Swords. Ten of Wands here. This is the truth. This is the Lord of Oppression. I'm telling you. The Star here. Yeah, Daughter of Affirmance. So, and then we have the Six of Wands here, Lord of Victory. All right, I'm confirmed. Okay, hold on. All right. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune confirms with the Ace of Pentacles, meaning that nothing can get in your energy as long as you let it. Stay grounded at this time. There will be people that pull on your emotional heartstrings. There will be people that pull on your emotional heartstrings. Don't let them at this time. Stay grounded. Stay grounded. Stay with that Four of Pentacles. Stay protected. I wouldn't just say stay provided. That's what I wanted to say. provide for yourself at this time. With the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Swords here, confirming with the Ace, Ten of Wands confirming, clarifying, excuse me, the Ace of Swords, meaning the Lord of Oppression. It's somebody that it's an energy that wants to hold you down, and not in a good way. And not in a good way. With the Star here, if you stay grounded, stay provided for with your own energy, fill your own cup. That's what this is, because someone is here wanting you to fill their cup. It's an energy. It could be multiple people. God knows where they're from, who they are, but you will know who it is. All right. With the Seven of Wands here, it's protect your energy, protect yourself. As of right now, there will be, I think it's Mercury retrograde, isn't it? What was a late message? I went to Walgreens and I spent $12. Anyways, I had to get creamer. Anyways, protect yourself. So Walgreens. Interesting. I'm picturing, you know how those people have like their walls and it's full of like ivy and shit? I think those are so fucking badass. I love them. It feels like that, but you know when right here it's like protect yourself, provide for yourself, and you know how like when it's out in the nature, like how some of those plants can be infested by mice. That's what this is. It's not even about that. I mean, they are beautiful, but be careful what's behind it. Because everybody can have, you know, the whole appearance thing, right? Having a pretty face, having a nice body, all that shit is out the door now, because there's people that see past that. That's what it's going to be pushing on. Interesting. That's what it's going to be pushing on with the Star card here. Know who you are. No, and this is the same message that I've been getting every time, but it's also too, beware of people who don't have a conscience. Beware of people who, you know, are not aware of themselves. That Six of Wands and protecting yourself, that Seven of Wands, that Six of Wands energy, that is going to help you. If you use your discernment, okay? Discernment meaning go with your gut. The first thing you in your mind is where you're gonna go. That will help you. Also, calling things out. This is a picture of a woman with a sword that has a man's head, like a Medusa head, but it's a man's head. It's a masculine energy. And the Page of Swords did end up coming out, but after Christ consciousness, after the sword of truth, after because there is people going to be pulling on your heartstrings, whether they're men or women, period, right? Just be aware of that. You know, last week, it takes a lot for me to like really like stand my ground, you know, and sometimes, yeah, you can have a nice body and sometimes your face can be but like what's behind it, like I'm saying in this message, it rolls over what's really beneath you, you know. People can try to get in your mind, and yes, it could be for a good or a bad thing. If someone is trying to get in your mind for something to manipulate you, that's different. But if someone is in your mind to help you think about who you're trying to be and what you can get rid of in order to be a bigger and better you, that's different. I can say that last week when I was getting ready this morning to go run my errands, I was thinking, damn, like this motherfucker's a mirror of me too. Like, do I sound like that? Do I, and I really had to think about it in my own sense, you know what I mean? Because yeah, in some way we can all sound that way, but at the same time, I'm okay with people not caring about what I do. You know what I mean? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with I don't need everybody to follow me, and I don't want people to follow me because it's the trend. I want people to be as one because that's how they feel, you know, not because that's what society is saying to do. You know what I mean? Because I'm not doing it because society says to do so. I was doing this way before everybody was doing this, and you know, and people just kind of wanted to take. You know what I'm saying? And we all know that now, right? But we are all aware of that. But it doesn't mean that they still won't try. You know what I'm saying? So it's really in our best interest to just stay in our own lanes and do our own thing and worry about ourselves. And I'm not saying in a relationship type of sense, because people that are attracted to you will gravitate towards you because that's who you are. That's what, you know, you exude. And some people will be attracted by that and some people won't. And that's okay. You know, I'm not here trying to force people to be on my team. You know, it's not who I am. Like, you come, if you don't, you don't. You know what I mean? And that's the way this feels right here. It feels as though everybody's doing their own thing and people are being offended by that. And that's only because there's only strings to hang on to at this point. And that's where pulling on your emotional strings comes from. And that's where offering you things that they have no conscience about, just about themselves, is where the Three of Wands comes in, clarifying the Page of Swords. To establish your strength. This is ultimately the main thing that narcissistic people do to hang on to you. They pull at your emotional strings. You know what I mean? So keep that in mind. The Hierophant here at the bottom of the deck. You guys saw me take these out, right? And the Wheel of Fortune. This is something that my hands are too small. Oh my god. My hands are just too small. And that's what I feel was last week, like trying to pull, not on my heartstrings, but like emotional strings, you know what I mean? Okay, so we have the Three of Cups here and the Lovers. Yeah, the Three of Cups here is celebration, divine connection is what this is. With the Four of Pentacles, as long as you stay strong within self. You know, Wands, Five of Swords. Yeah, exactly. So it's going to be communication coming in, but as long as you know your truth, aware of your truth, you're going to avoid the Five of Swords. And the Five of Swords is ultimately looking back to see what you don't have, as opposed to she's scared. This person is scared, right? Can you see that? She dropped her 2 knives, but she just needs to go 1 or 2 more steps and she'll be having those other 2 knives to help pull her up. But the Swords is being in your thoughts, like, oh my God, what did I do? Thinking back, you know what I mean? First of all, you can't change the fact that you dropped these. Second of all, you can't change the past. And third of all, have no regrets. You know what I mean? When you make decisions, you're going to think about, obviously, things like this, right? You're going to think about, damn, like I did. Like, damn, do I sound like that? Am I this? Am I that? But, you know, it's not about that. It's about, like, no, like, I really am not trying to do all that. So it just clarifies for me that I'm moving in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? So I can look ahead to those 2 knives and be like, okay, I'm still going for the goal. You know what I mean? And the goal is to free people from this looking back and saying, man, did I do that? And going backwards and, you know, picking up those knives, which ultimately are there to just kind of trap you in your own mindset, because you're going back on your own thoughts, you're going back on your own heart and your own feelings, on your own sense of self. And you can do that, you can reflect, but at the same time, keep going forward towards your goal, because picking up those knives and taking them with you is not an option. is not an option. Ultimately, with the Six of Wands here, with the victory, is the Scout of Wands. The Scout of Wands is being free. She has the deuces up, you know, and the Eight of Wands here. Okay, so I'm sorry, let me just go back. So we have the Three of Cups. What's wrong, baby? Huh? What's the matter? Come here. What's the matter? Huh? What's the matter? You okay? You okay, big girl? I love you. I love you. I love you. Love you too. So with the Three of Cups and the Lovers here, it's like divine connection, yes? With the Eight of Wands here, it's having that communication with the Ten of Wands back and forth to stand your ground, to, you know, have that ray of sunshine here. The Ten of Wands is pretty much a burden. It's oppression. But the Eight of Wands here is looking back and seeing the communication of truth, the communication of the sun, the communication of the divine truth, of the divine reflection of within yourself. And going with that, do not carry those Ten of Wands. Cut through those. Yeah, cut through those Ten of Wands, cut through those truths, cut through those false truths, I should say. False truths, because some of them could be truths, right? Some of them could be truths that you don't want to carry within yourself anymore. So therefore you cut them off. It, not meaning a person, but those truths, and you move forward and you use them as a stepping stone to have those Eight of Wands, to have that divine truth come through, to have that divine clarity, to have those divine thoughts flood through you. So you're not blocking them off and being oppressed by them. Right here with the Seven of Wands and the Star card with the Five of Swords, it is okay to do that. It is okay to look back and say, hey, I dropped those, or hey, but think of it this way: if you drop them, if things fall off naturally, that you've already don't need them no more. What is the point of picking them up and carrying them as though you need them with you? If, you know, it's like in tarot, if the cards fall on the floor, sometimes we don't pick them up because they're irrelevant, right? So some of us, in some sense, use that, our intuition, like, oh no, I'm not picking that up. Oh yes, I'm called to pick that up. You know what I'm saying? So that is what it is. With the Four of Cups reversed and the Six of Wands, holding your own and not letting anybody falsify your emotions. With the Six of Wands here, it's like knowing your truth. It's like holding on to your truth, holding on to communication, and dipping out if you need to. There's Judgment here. And that's the only one that was upright. Interesting. Yeah. Judgment here. So with the divine consciousness, with Christ consciousness and the Queen of Swords, speaking your truth, cutting off the heads, right, of the Ten of Wands is pretty much what this is, what I'm getting. Cutting off the heads, cutting off the false truths, cutting out the truths of things that we think that we are, or that we really are, right? Things that we are but don't want to be because they weigh us down or they oppress us in that sense. So right here is where Judgment comes in. It's the as above, so below. You see the Judgment here? As above, so below. It's a mirror. It's a mirror. I am whatever you say I am. If I wasn't, then why would I say I am? People can call me whatever they want, right? Whatever makes them feel better at night. Like I said. Wow. Wow. People can say whatever they want. I'm unhappy. But am I? Let me tell you, walking away from things, knowing things and turning around and seeing things for what they are and literally walking away from them, yeah, absolutely makes me sad. Absolutely. But do I carry that with me throughout my whole life? Hell no. And if I do, if I reflect, if I look back, I'm like, damn, I'm glad I did that, because I have no regrets and I'm not going to live in regret. And that's the only thing that's going to keep me from being happy. And if I'm going to be oppressed and depressed and suppressed, it's going to be through my own self, my own mind, my own heart. And I know better than to do that. So yeah, it can keep me down for a little bit, of course, because I'm going to feel my feelings and I'm going to acknowledge what they are and I'm going to feel them, and then I'm going to be brave enough to step forward and move ahead, because that's just the type of person that I am. I'm a Scorpio. I'm very transformative. But with being a Sag, because I'm a Scorpio Sag, my birthday's 11/22. I'm very philosophical about it. I go deep, and when I go deep, I figure it out, and then when I come up, I come up. We all got to come up for air. Of course it makes me sad, but do I let it hold me down? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Ace of Pentacles. Again, we started with the Ace of Pentacles. Well, clarifying. And the Hierophant. Yeah. And the Acrobat. And the Six of Wands. So with here, it's being, yeah, of course, but I can absolutely let it go, because there are things in the material world that I really don't need, that we really don't need, but we want to have. Is it a necessity or is it a want? Do I need this or do I want this? There's a total difference within relationships, within friendships, with any type of relationship. We all have relationships. We have neighbors that are relationships. We have fucking coworker relationships. We have boss relationships. We have real friendships. We have fake friendships. I mean, I don't, but I have acquaintances, I should say. And there's a lot of people that use stupid things. Anyways, I'm moving on. With this Ace of Pentacles here, it is holding the things that truly mean to you, what they mean to you. For me, the Pentacle is earth, water, air, wind, fire, spirit. I feel like that's what this is. A lot of it, and I said that in the beginning. There's a lot of it's so funny. Look at this. And a lot of people are looking at things differently. I got the Hangman, the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands. We have the Ace of Cups. Well, we actually have the Ace of Cups twice, the Ace of Pentacles twice, the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Wands. So we have all the aces here, which means for me, that is why the Wheel of Fortune is here. We've gone through a lot of things, and we're back at the point as where we're birthing ourselves. That's why I mentioned Scorpio. And right now, I think it is Mercury retrograde, that we are reflecting back, and that we are moving forward in a way that's not normally how we should move forward. Like traditional wise, you know what I mean? Because look at this, she's moving forward, but it's a 3. So and for me, it kind of looks like the Hangman, but she's seeing things in a different way. But the Hierophant is here. So I feel as though, however, like I said last week when that girl annoyed me, it's going to bring a lot of clarity to a lot of people. I have something that I'm going to do in the beginning of the year, and I actually need help. So I'm going to take my little thing to work on Tuesday and have the guys help me set this thing up. But yeah, anyways, with this Hierophant here in the Acrobat, it's an 8. So I feel like this is a new cycle. I'm adding these together because I'm being told to add these together. We have the 5 and the 3, which is an 8. It's with the Hierophant here. And the Hierophant, what is that song by Ariana Grande? Oh, God is a Woman, or something like that. It's like, whatever God you choose to follow, whatever spirit moves you is where you should go. As long as, we all have a foundation. I'm sure of it. we all have a foundation. We were brought up on a foundation. A lot of us maybe weren't, but the majority of us have a foundation that we were brought up in. Like for me, I did the Catholic thing. I did the whole reborn Christian thing, and it just wasn't a thing for me. I talked more to my grandpa and my aunt, like mostly my grandpa when I was a kid. He died when I was 9, and I talk to him every day. And that might be weird for people, but it's not weird for me. And it's not weird for a lot of us. And I feel like it's a healthy thing to do, because sometimes people feel so alone that the flesh is not here, that they don't connect with the spirit at all, because they're so caught up in trying to mourn the loss of the flesh. Hi, baby. I feel as though it is way more comforting for me and healthier for me to move on in that way, rather than, go to a church or something that I don't have that much faith in at a certain point. Yeah, I will go to church if I'm called to, but I only go to church at least once or twice a year, honestly. And I'll go back to the same church that I did where I was raised. I will never go to some random church. Yeah, I go to cemeteries and put flowers on people's tombstones and stuff that I don't even know who they are. Yes, that's weird. But it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's just the type of person that I am. I respect the dead. I respect the dark. I respect, and all the things that come with it. And to have walked through the dark alone and come out, I feel like I'm such a more beautiful person inside that, hey, that's my shoe. Why do you look at me like that? You know, did you touch my shoe? Okay. I just feel that wherever you find God, wherever you find peace in your heart, wherever you find truth and love and compassion, it's all up to you, It's all up to you, and to each his own. And I respect it, whatever it is. I don't ever say Christianity is fucking bad or Catholic. There are negative things about it, because I've always said Catholics are hypocrites and Christians are goody two-shoe people. Majority of them are. And it's not that I'm talking shit, it's that has been my experience. So, and a lot of them aren't, but the majority, it's a 50-50 shot, like I say with everything, you know what I mean? So people can think whatever they want to think about you, me, whatever. They don't really truly know us. How they get the information is beyond me. How do people get information about who we are and what we do, and we don't even know these people? That's the real question. Yeah. And whatever. You might have minions, you might have people here and there desperate for money and whatever the hell, being little puppets. I don't know who's here. Yeah. Come on. It's my neighbor. Every time this girl, she brings her dog, walks her dog down the stairs. Walks her dog down the stairs. This one always barks. So she carries her dog, walks past my house, and then, because she goes crazy. But anyways, let's keep going. I'm obviously going on a rant, tant. All right, what are we doing? It's a good time to go outside. I was outside yesterday in the rain. we're doing Women of Myth. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Can we get 3, please? I want 1 of each. Can we please get 1 of each? Whatever you think. Whatever you think. Woo! 1. Wow. Wow. All right. Just knock everything down. God. 1. 2. 'Kay. Where'd my book go? Oh, mama. Okay. All right. So here we go. We have Amaterasu. Amaterasu. Okay, Amaterasu. She's a goddess of the light, illumination, creation, radiance. Amaterasu is one of the 3 precious children of the Japanese creator god Izanagi, and his wife is Zanami, the most powerful of the gods. Amaterasu is the goddess of creation and the ruler of the heavens. What was once hidden comes to light. Maybe the truth is revealed, a secret is discovered, or a mystery is solved. You are a creative powerhouse. What is your hidden talent? Amaterasu beseeches you to step into your power. You have the tools inside of you, so use them. Bear witness to your own story. Channel your own inner creative energy to an external outlet. Let your light shine. It says Mamawata, the goddess, the offer, a temptation, a gift, a test. Mamawata is an African and Afro-Caribbean mermaid goddess embodying both positive qualities of the water and how she bestows good fortune, health, and wealth to her favorites. It is a negative and its negative traits being fickle, capricious, and a trickster. A test or challenge has been issued, but a gift and a blessing has been received as well. Can you tell the difference? Can you feel deserving and qualified, or suspicious and defensive? This is an opportunity to trust your talents and instincts. Mamawata is blessing you with the gift, one that reminds you of your objective worthiness. She asks that you maintain your integrity in your actions, remain true to your personal principles and ideals, and don't let anyone divert your focus. What I say? It says, my Maeve, the heroine, the challenger, dominance, opposing forces, obstacles, lavish gift giver, courageous, fighter, sexually independent. Maeve is an Irish queen who was up for any challenge, even competing with her husband, which eventually led to an all-out war. You might be feeling like you must constantly compete or compare yourself to others. Beware gifts that are given with strings attached and words that are said to inspire jealousy or envy. I'm telling you, someone's gonna pull at your emotional strings. It says, Maeve is serving as a reminder that microaggressions can have a cumulative effect. If you're not addressing problems, they have a way of escalating until there's a major explosion or no turning back. It is better to notice the dynamics and shift them immediately instead of ignoring them and hoping they go away. Cut the heads off. I'm killing you. I'm telling you, I know what I'm reading. Y'all know that I know what I'm reading. I'm very confident in my readings. I'm very confident in my readings. If you guys want a reading, all my shit will be down below. My name is Delina. Thank you guys for being here. I am Inward Revolution. I hope you guys are going to have a great week. If you're not, if you're going through something, it's only temporary. Don't worry. This too shall pass. I leave you with health, wealth, and happiness, peace, love, and harmony. My name is Delana, and thank you guys for being here so, so much. I love you, amores. Take care. Peace out. Live long and prosperous. Bye.